This off-grid wilderness trapline series documents a 3-month trapping season in the North Maine woods from our off-grid cabin. This documentary is for educational purposes only. All right, good morning. Still snowing. We got another probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches last night of powder. Maybe a little bit more. Today's gonna be a weird day for me. I gotta take the snowmobile 8 or 12 miles out to get to my truck, load up the snowmobile, and then go hit various locations with the snowmobile to check traps, and then load up each time, because there's some plowed roads where they're logging and there's some where they're not. I'm not allowed on any plowed roads with the snowmobile, but I am allowed on all the other ones. That's the plan for today. The weather for the next 4 days is snow every day, like 1 to 5 inches. And then in 4 days, it's supposed to heat up to like 45 degrees and rain 1 inch. Now 1 inch of rain is equal to about 12 inches of snow. So if it doesn't turn into rain, then it's gonna be, we're gonna have some big snow here in a minute. Fine, that's good by me. I'm ready for it. But if it turns to rain, it's gonna be disastrous for me. I don't know what it's gonna do. So over the next 4 days, I have to take some time, get to town and buy at least 1 set of tire chains, maybe 2, maybe even put some on the front for steering. But that's the plan, guys. We're gonna head out to the truck. Hopefully she starts. It's been below 0 for the last 2 straight days. I think it got as high as 7 degrees in the last couple days, so let's hope she starts. All right, made it out. Found my truck. It's in the same exact spot I left it. Got a note in the window. Yep, I figured the door would be frozen. Gotta put this stuff down for a second. There's no way I locked it. Whew, frozen. All right, let's see if she starts. Fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed. Nice. Looks like most of the frost is on the inside. Everything look good. I'm gonna have to keep this snowbank knocked down if they keep plowing it up like that. I'd hope the guy would wing it back, seeing my truck here, but 2 seconds with a lever and a hydraulics Could save me hours of back-breaking labor to try to get out, but all right, we're all loaded up. Gonna head out and try to get to the trap line. Let's go. Let's see if we can get out of this snowbank first. Ooh, truck's frozen in pretty hard. No problem. All right. Beautiful. Over here, that was like 2 hours. I'm gonna have to pull these traps. It's just too far. I just set these up and I was hoping to get a handful of checks out of it and pull some fur, but conditions are just brutal, and I'm really worried about this inch of rain we're gonna get in 4 days. What it's gonna do, if it's gonna kill the snow or just make a crust or just make everything ice. So traveling that far, because of the plowed road situation, I have to go an extra 40 miles around to get to here. So I lost my shortcut and my cutoff. So that's why I have to pull these today. So I got about a dozen to pull. It'll take a day to get out of here. It was blowing straight sideways the whole way over here. It's not quite blizzard because it's not snowing hard enough, but it's still snowing and adding up. We got 2.5 inches of, it's so cold that it's fluffy and light. I really hate to pick up this line, but there's certain chances you just can't take. Getting hung up and stuck in here, or worse, not being able to get to these traps to pull them in a timely fashion. I just can't take those chances, so we're hoping for some catches today, because this is it over here with the new sets. Hoping for some catches, guys. And do we have activity? Yes, we got activity. What do you got? Nice. That is what we need. There we go. How about a pine marten to start? Sweet. Nice. Well, I can't really do much now, so I'm just gonna fold that right back up. That'll be the easiest way to transport them because we're taking the whole thing. Nice. Nice. That's how you start the day. Wow, that's a couple days in a row. First trap, making a catch. Good catch right there. All right, 3 more to check. We had this was the first road we set up, and I was hoping for 2 catches on this road, and you know, for the rest of the season, and we got 1 with 3 more to check. So let's go. Activity again. Let's see. Oh yeah, staving marten. Another big marten. Heck yeah. That's how you want to pick up your traps right there. All right, well, we had like I said, we had 4 on this road, and my goal was to get 2 for the rest of the season, so I do not feel as bad pulling today. This is that area where it had been trapped by 2 other people, and the day I came to set up, it was, I went to go make some sets, and I could see where the guy who was trapping ahead of me, was like an hour ahead of me, had already pulled that morning in the fresh snow. I heard he had a really good season. He was setting some good spots. He knows what he's doing. I kind of put my hopes down a little bit for catches, but like I said, I got a lot of confidence in my trapping skills, so I don't mind trapping behind other people. Obviously it's not ideal, but if you have to, you have to. But that's 2 for 2, no misses. Both are on brand new Belle Isles. They look like amazing kills, quick and to the point. 2 more to pull off of this road system, and maybe like 8 more, 9 more to pull today. Like I said, I'd love to trap this area for the rest of the season, but with snow and then rain coming, and with the plowed logging roads, it just kind of cut me off. And I can't go 2 hours extra one direction because that's 4 total for the day. Doesn't look good. Squirrels went around. Alright, so we got nothing here. Everything looks good in there. Belle Isle. This is a good rabbit woods. You guys know what I always said about good rabbit woods is it's good fisher woods too. Looking like nothing. All right, hey, 2 out of 4, and we made 2 catches behind another trapper. I'll take it. Whoa, that is a big one. That is a big one. Wow, nice one. Smaller one, but it's still a Marten. Pretty one. And then Belle Isle's got some serious wallop to him. All right. All right, guys, there they are. Pair of Marten. This one's huge. I mean, that's a little bit small, but this one's absolutely giant. They're both in Belle Isles. They're in there good. I'll probably throw them up front and maybe get these loose, and because I do want to reset a couple of these boxes in another location. So, all right, off to the next spot. 2 traps on this road. If I could pop one fur off this, I'd be ecstatic. This is just an awesome spot right here. I really like this in this cedar grove down in here. It's a mixed softwood with some big cedar in there. I got a feeling that this has been trapped out over here. Like I said, I'm behind a couple trappers and one really good one that I know of in spots that I know would be catches normally. They might already be trapped out, I don't know. Well, Staven game trail right here going right by my trap. All sorts of different critters. Doesn't look fired yet, but it's hard to tell with that snow on it. Nothing. It's in some pretty cool woods. Got a trail camera on it. I see the trail camera. And I see the box. We got nothing. We got nothing. Well, I stand corrected. It is fired. It is fired. And we got a trail camera, and this is one of them new Savago traps. Sweet. This is my first time using one of these. Now I'm really excited. I want to see how it did. This one's got the extra kill bar. Oops. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a Marten. Holy smokes, did that smoke him. Alright, heck yeah. Sweet. Alright, I was really, oh my god, what a beauty. Huge, huge Marten, and it's a beauty too. Looks like an amazing kill on that. That's that new Savago or Savage trap from Canada. It's got some really good beefed up springs, and it also has a kill bar built in, which I like a lot. Super high quality trap. I think it's owned by the same company as Belle Isle now. It's got some snap. Oh. The only thing that was weird about it was the trigger system. And shoot, I can't remember. I'll have to watch the film if I had this trap upside down or right side up. But all right, he's not frozen. But yeah, that's got a kill bar. I'll show you guys that kill bar. Nice. Oh my God, did that smoke him? Exactly how it should have. That is just a big, beautiful Marten right there, guys. But yeah, so it's got that weird trigger. Okay, I remember setting this one now. I set this one, it's got like an aluminum trigger. So I set it out and up. So if he got through, he'd hit that with his back. But these are kill bars here, these extra bars welded on. So when those compress, it's definitely gonna force a big strike and not give him an inch. So that's cool. All right, first one with the Savago. That's exciting. I think I picked up like 5 or 6 of those. They're not cheap, but I really don't care when it comes to getting the best ethical kill. You know, like there's other ways to get your money back on a trap line. You know, you don't have to, it's not something where you maximize profits at the cost of the animal, you know, getting a good ethical kill. So, you know, one thing I'm doing is I'm testing a lot of different traps and a lot of different trap brands this year. And you know, I'll be able to put together by the end of the year which ones I think are the best to make the quickest, most ethical kill. Oh yeah, let's not forget our trail camera. Hopefully we get that footage. Heck yeah. Well, that's great, guys. We hit our target on this road too. I was really hoping for one out of those 2, and we got it. So let's keep going. This is awesome. It's one of the better pulls I've ever had. All right, guys, this next road, I know I was behind 3 trappers on this next road. I have 7 sets there. I like them, you know, I don't know. I just don't know what they're gonna bring. A realistic goal would have been 2. You know, that I'd be ecstatic with 2 catches there, whether it be Marten or Fisher. There's a couple that I really liked for Fisher. One's got a trail camera on it. Hopefully that last trail cam footage came out. Let's see if it came out or not. All right, so first clip is just before the snow, and this Marten comes to the box. He's on the back side, so there's no opening there. There's just some holes drilled for the smell of the bait to get through. And it's found the bait for sure. It's really interested in it. Sniffing around. They always go on top of the box, it seems. And then he finds the side hole where the spring slot is and can smell the bait through there too. This one is a short time later. I don't know if it got in the box or not, but it didn't really show a lot of interest there and kind of ran to the left. And then thinking the same Marten came back around to the right, you know, went behind the camera. Once again, really curious about that smell of the bait, and he's coming to the box from the back side of it. It's kind of curious more than anything, I think. And then here, I don't know if it just came out of the box or what because of the delay in the camera, but not really showing a lot of interest, kind of going away from it. And the trap's still set, as you could see. Here you have a red squirrel that's been hanging around the box for a long time. Got a lot of trail cam videos of the red squirrel. But he's going to go in, and you know, a lot of people don't know this, but they actually do eat meat. And he gets by the triggers too, which is what I want. I definitely don't want to be catching a red squirrel while I have active Marten or Fisher or even Weasel around the trap. And you could see him get past the triggers and actually eat some of the meat. He does this a few times. This is just the one I'm going to put up here. Here's a weasel. I love how they lope when they run. Nice little short tail weasel. Pretty good size. And he has no problem finding the opening, finding the door. And as you can see, he finds the bait too. So I don't mind not catching this weasel, especially since there's Marten Fisher around. And they don't eat a ton. They'll take whatever they can get. You know, so if that bird isn't tied down and attached to the box like I've been doing lately, he's going to pull that bait right through and either get caught or just trip the trap. Definitely a better move by securing the bait a lot better, so a weasel will come in, you know, several times and take a small meal or take a bite or two and then leave it alone, so that way it stays live and active when a marten or fisher comes along. And here is the marten visiting the box after the snow. And you could tell he's curious, but he's definitely a lot hungrier now. He's trying to really get at it. He's trying to pick through those holes in the back of the box. Goes up to the side door. He even knocks some snow away. And then, of course, the camera function didn't catch him getting actually caught in the box. You can see there's still a decent size opening at the front. Probably not going to get a fisher to go through that with that snow in front of there, but you know, this marten's a lot hungrier, and he definitely went through. Next clip you see is me showing up to pull the trap and to pull the marten out. Sometimes these cameras are let down, but I'm happy for those clips that we had.
Nothing. Nothing. Those weasel tracks. Nothing. Might have had a weasel in there. There it is. Nothing. Yeah, a lot of rabbit tracks. Alright, 3 left. We're really hoping for a catch on this road somewhere. This looks like the squirrel's been using that box pretty hard. Holy crap. Oh, we got a catch too. Or we got activity. Is it a squirrel? That would not surprise me. Let's see. Whoa. It's not a squirrel. Guys, look what I just found underneath that squirrel patch sticking out of the box. I can't get in the box, but we got a fisher in there. Come on, open up, open up. All right, let's just bring it back to the truck. But we got a fisher in there, guys. That was a little bit of a shocker to me. I was fully expecting a red squirrel in there. Oh my gosh. Kind of brazen of that squirrel to build a nest on top, or to sit on top of the fisher and eat. Pretty freaking awesome. Look at that. That's another fisher. We're starting to catch some fisher, guys. We're starting to catch some fisher. Oh, there's the tracks too. It's very cool. Let me in. There we go. All right, first look. Felt pretty heavy carrying it out. What do we got so far? We got 3 martens so far, and this is gonna be the first fisher of the day. Got him in a bell aisle. Oh yeah, smucked. Nice big one. Oh yeah, nice. Pretty awesome. Wowzers. Got a fisher. All right. Bell aisle right by the neck. I'm really digging these bell aisles, guys. The only thing I didn't love about them was how narrow they are, but you get a big fisher like that to stick his head through, I guess Guess it's all right. I don't want to pull any fur off it. That was an awesome kill. That was super, super quick and ethical. Maybe the best one of the year. Yeah, we might have to set this trap to get him out. Bending those triggers a lot bigger has helped a lot. A lot less misses. All right, we're gonna let him out. Sweet. I can't remember which old timer showed me that, but I really like that way to do the trigger right there. You split it wide. Well, driving all the way out here was not a bust, guys. And this road was not a bust either. We got ourselves a beautiful, beautiful fisher. That's got to be a male. Yeah. We got ourselves a big old fisher. Nice kill. Big old bear fisher. Look at that guy. Nice. Oh, what a year. What a season we're having. This is absolutely amazing. If you guys trap or you're thinking about trapping, just put in the work. Work hard and do your best, and you're going to have a good year like that. That's just an absolutely amazing, amazing pelt right there. Beautiful. Big male. Wow. Alright guys, so I know we talked a little bit about trapping behind other trappers and trapping behind great trappers and some tricks. Now I'm not going to spill all my guts on these tricks, but I'll tell you guys a couple things that you may or may not know, or I'll just share them with you. Is one, you gotta first try to find out where they were trapping, you know, and a lot of trappers will leave signs and clues. And what is this? Rabbit. They'll leave some clues and some signs, you know, where they pulled over on the side of the road, or, I mean, if you don't have snow, like when I set up. But you're gonna have, you could see in the dirt maybe where they pulled over. If you're lucky enough to have snow, you could see in the snow where they pulled over. Set spots that aren't obvious. You know, don't set the spot that you think every other trapper is gonna set. Set spots like that. Look for travel ways, you know, because you never know when they're gonna use a travel way. And multiple furs can be caught in travel ways. And then make sure that you got good long distance scent. You know, and if everybody in your area is using a certain long distance scent, use something different. You know, those are just a couple pretty easy stuff to think of when you're trapping behind somebody else, and keep an open mind, you know, like, yeah, you want to be first, you want to be the only one trapping an area. That's just all trappers' mindset. But if you go in thinking negatively, like, oh, all the fur's caught, or they've already cleaned it out, or this, that, or the other thing, you're not going to make as good a sets. And it's just bad karma, you know, like go in positively, you know, the same way as if you thought no one else had trapped there. But, you know, most importantly is looking for those, you know, non-obvious spots that everybody who's got a trap's going to throw one in, because those are taken. If you're not first to the party, you're last.
Tune in every night for a new episode from this wilderness trapline. The season keeps getting better and better. If you turn on your notifications for this channel after subscribing, you'll be the first to know every day when a new episode airs. Thanks for watching.